It feels like it's been forever. I think it's because I had to wait 2 weeks for Steins Gate Zero, and it's still not out. But here's Attack on Titan, Season 3, Episode 10. Let's see what they got for us in this one. I think this will be kind of tying up what we call the uprising arc, and we'll see how they tie it up. I've heard some rumors that this season may actually be split. Like it will have like a few months or a month or a few weeks or a month or two break before the second half of the season, and that makes sense to me. I guess I was kind of surprised when they announced a full season in the first place, since season 2 was short and like was very well received. So, but I think they wanted to get past this arc and at least give us the next one or part of the next one. So that's why. Sorry about the subtitles being backwards, but it's a safety feature. Episode called Friends. Okay, now we get Kenny flashback too. Here we go. Those eyes, they look so good. I figured that out pretty quick. I wonder if he figured it out intuitively, or if he has a way to sense it. This was a lot of risk for Uri. I kind of forgot about this, but like, I mean, if he gets shot here and dies without passing on his power, that is a huge loss for the royal family. Like, gigantic. Like, they literally can't afford to lose this power, or basically everything would get wrecked immediately, because they can't control people, and they wouldn't have the coordinate to use if somebody attacks. So any person who had the Titan power in the royal family, risking themselves in any way is like a huge liability. This right here, if you haven't watched the Levi focused OVA called A Life with No Regrets, it's based on a side story that shows how Levi joined the Scouts. This is an underground city that exists underneath the main interior part of, I think, Wall Rose. Anyways, there's actually a huge underground city that's basically a slum for poor people in the interior districts. It's really never explained kind of why it's there, or who like built it all. I guess assumedly people lived there at some point before or during or whatever the walls were constructed. It's not really well explained, but Kenny and Levi lived there before Levi joined the Scouts and before Kenny joined helping the government. So it's kind of like it pops up in the main series, which is how we kind of know A Choice of No Regrets is canonical, besides the fact that Levi mentions his friends who died. But that it's nice to see it show up, stuff from extra material, because usually stuff like that doesn't really matter. Ooh. It looked bad in the manga, but it looks really bad. Yeah. Levi was a little monster. Yeah, I should probably say, if you haven't seen A Life with No Regrets, you should definitely go watch it. Probably actually during this season is a really good time to watch it, since we're getting backstory on Kenny anyway, or Kenny and Levi anyways. It is really good, and the production value was pretty high compared to the first season of Attack on Titan, which is like, it aired between the first and second season. So definitely check it out. It's really good. Their son is the guy that Hanji tortured. He was a true believer, that's the thing. He thought he was doing the right thing. All of these people do. Uri never had kids? Seems like... Okay, so that's another question which I've never really thought about or discussed a lot. Rod had tons of kids. I think he had 5. But as far as we know, Uri never had any kids. I wonder if that's to limit how many spares they have, like so that they don't have too many people, too many family lines running around that could inherit the power. Like they don't want to create a power struggle, or if it's because something with the power makes him like unable, or is it just that he was too young when he took the power, and this is how they do it, like they pass it between families because the generations don't line up. Like you get old and sick, and then you can't. You have to be able to pass it down to someone who's like young. And he knew. It's like he knew what would happen. Ooh, there's a new version of this song. There we go. Those eyes, I love it. I knew he was in there. Ah. There's something really beautiful and really sad about this. Like, they thought they were doing the right thing, and they pass on not just their memories, but like kind of their personality to their family members. Like, he's saying he saw him in there, like not just the first king, but Uri as well. So it is a tragedy what Aaron's dad did to their family, even though he felt like he had to. He didn't know completely about how the king's will is inherited. Ah, excellent. Power to rival a god, and then you see the colossal titan in the shot afterwards. These anime guys, they're smart. The colossal titan is also known as the god of death. It's like nice. Is he really wondering if it would have made him a good person if he got the power? Like, what does it feel like to be a good person? Oh, Syringe-kun. He's here. He's not going to get the chance to inject it, though, with Levi standing right there. The needle isn't even on the syringe. Kenny's one of those really good characters, and he didn't get enough screen time. He's pretty complex. Oh man, his story is beautiful. That's it. Uprising arc done. Man, that's a good moment from Levi. I think that's the first moment he's been warm to anybody in the entire series. Oh dang, this is how they're gonna end it? Armored Titan got wrecked. Beast Boy's here. That's twice they've ended an episode with a shot of the person inside the Beast Titan. Like, here he is. We got a little bit more detail though. Find out he doesn't look. A lot of people at the end of season 2 thought, man, is that Aaron's dad? But with this shot, you can see he looks a little different. So, all right. Another week to wait. This was a good one. I'm glad the Uprising arc is over because I think, like I've mentioned before, it wasn't my favorite arc in the manga. They did do it pretty well in the show. I'm happily surprised. by how good the music, the animation, and some of the details that they put in are. I think they did a good job of emphasizing things that needed to be emphasized about how the royal family works, how their titans work. But now, here we go. One of my favorite arcs is upcoming, so I'm starting to get pumped. It'll be a shame if there's a break, like I heard there was, but I guess it wouldn't be too bad. Maybe I can start a different series in between. All right, that's it.